In September 2010, the initiative of the municipality of Negotino, in partnership with the municipalities from Popovo, Bulgaria, Chernomel, Slovenia, and Minervino di Lecce, Republic of Italy, had prepared, applied for, and received approvals for the project, creating a network of European wine tradition, culture, and expertise. This project was implemented in the period from the 1st of January 2011 till the 31st of December 2012. The main objective of the project is the realization, cooperation on various levels through various activities with the partners from the municipality of Negotino with the already twinned municipalities that were mentioned before. A network has been established of international teams of experts, domestic wine producers, managers of wineries, restaurants, associations and other cultural institutions as one of the goals for this project. The promotion of European cultural values through exchange of experiences, as well as presentation and promotion of European economic, tourist and cultural values were achieved as the main goals of this project. The project value is €102,084, which are funds from the EU and managed by the EACEA agency. Many events, activities, meetings, visits, interactive workshops from various areas were a part of this project. The project enabled mutual understanding and promotion of natural beauties, nourishing traditions through crafts, culinary, wine production, arts, and folklore. Through this project, many other opportunities were perceived for the economic and business sectors, especially in tourism development and the wine and alternative tourism sectors. The experiences received through this project are invaluable for the total of 358 direct participants and many other indirectly involved beneficiaries. The project created a basis for developing new project ideas that partners will have the opportunity to develop them furthermore. First project event, host town, the municipality of Chernomel, Slovenia, from the 14th to the 17th of April 2011. During this event, there were 22 international and 15 local participants that were present at the occasion. The main topic of the event was educational meeting, the European standards in the production of wine as a better quality wine. The experiences of the experts in this area were shared by enologists, representatives from several wineries of the municipalities of Negotino, Popovo, Chernomel and Minervino di Lecce. Despite this educational meeting held in Chernomel, there was a contest tasting of best wine. At this contest, there were several prizes awarded to the winners in the category of red wines and in the category of white wines. During this stay in Chernomel, the guests visited famous attractions. The tourist attractions of the river Kolpa, visiting a family winery, a visit to the Šohčeva House Museum, a visit to the factory for production of containers for storing wine, CMS Malerich, and other natural and cultural landmarks. The hospitality during the awards for the participants in the competition was also accompanied by a mini exhibition of wine and promotional materials from the participants. In this part of the creativity and the arrangement, the participants were rewarded the stand of Minervino di Lecce from Italy. Second project event, host town, municipality of Popovo, Bulgaria, from November the 20th till November the 30th, 2011. During this event, there were 24 international and 15 local participants that were present. The event was conducted by the following theme: European handicrafts in rural tourism, an important decoration for table, wine presentation and workshop in the production of handcrafts. On everyone's pleasure there in Popovo, there was an extensive agenda that was comprised of events which were made by joining in the creativity skills, top culinary achievements in preparation of traditional foods, and it was all prepared in the spirit of hospitality and customs of the population there. More associations, individuals and companies from Bulgaria, Macedonia and Italy had the opportunity to present the scope of their action. And for the purpose, there was a one-day workshop organized to prepare various handcrafts important in decorating a table wine. By organizing the event, the most accomplished cooking homemade food, and also to the exhibition on which the prepared food and wine were exhibited and tasted. The mayors of the municipality of Popovo, Dr. Ludmil Veselinov, and mayor of the municipality of Negotino, Pane Trajkov, had the opportunity to be a part of the event but also to present the awards to the participants in the categories of traditional salty foods and in the category of sweet foods. Special recognition by the mayor of Negotino was awarded to Raffaele Maggio, a chef of decorations and of fruits and vegetables using the carving technique for the beautifully prepared exponents. During the stay in Popovo, we visited many cultural, archaeological, ethno and eco destinations, from which we will point out the ethno complex Etera near Veliko Trnovo and fortress in Veliko Trnovo, a visit to the Kapanski complex in the village of Sadina, which is also the training center for the preparation, presentation and tasting of country food and old traditions. And also, last but not least, a wine ritual was also presented by a rich folklore program in the village of Palmargo. The third project event was held from the 8th till the 18th of February, and the host was the municipality of Negotino, Macedonia. The massive presence of 102 international and 80 local participants was marked by the event project through traditional values together in Europe, in honor of Saint Tryphon and the Wine Week 2012. The cold weather and low temperatures did not prevent us to gather in one place and feel the warmth of the people of the host town of Negotino. Here in Negotino, together we contributed to the achievement of another project goal. For the first time during a celebration of Saint Tryphon in Negotino, thanks to the project, there were many foreign and local guests gathered together, and with their activities they enriched the days when Negotino is celebrated in the honor of good wine. A truly international festival. Local restaurants were opened to international and domestic chefs in the preparation of Bulgarian, Slovenian, Italian and Macedonian food. And there were 2 evenings organized that were entitled the Evening of the Bulgarian and Slovenian Traditional Food and Wine and the Evening of Macedonian and Italian Traditional Food and Wine. At the same time, these 2 nights were filled with a lot of music and dance folklore and art troupes from all participating cities in the center of culture in Negotino. At the monastery of St. George, there was a day of wine organized by Vranec, and also there was tastings and competitions in domestic and international wine producers. This year's traditional wood crafts exhibition of the Association Old Crafts was raised on the highest international level and was enriched with exponents made during the 2-day workshops of participants from all 4 partner municipalities in the project, and all exponents were exhibited at the City Museum of Negotino. There was a warm feeling present in everyone's hearts when the children from the kindergarten Femo Kulakov presented us with a performance under the motto "When the youngest touch our hearts with music, tradition and culture." In the evening, there was a night of the serenade, love and music in the disco club Acropolis, with a parade and service in the authentic style of wine beauties were displayed with the wines of Povardarje from Negotino as one of the main supporters of this event. To prove that we really respect the traditions and festivities of all participants from different cultures and countries, and proved by events in honor of Valentine's Day, for this purpose skilled local women and individuals from different associations and institutions prepared sweet products and other handcrafts marked by love. The whole square was turned into a big market where all the local citizens and stakeholders of the project were able to buy the prepared exhibits and donate to the closest with love and attention. The main and central event, St. Tryphon's Day, on February the 14th, was marked with a celebration of rich folklore parade, a mini fair, and stands decorated with all sorts of wines. All this was taking place in TIC Željkova House, but most of the time at the city square. There was a celebration there as never seen before, a rich folklore program, many guests, a lot of good-minded visitors. A mark to the event was left by the traditional Negotinska pie, prepared for the citizens, but mostly for the guests, and organized in the form of picnic at the monastery of St. George. During the performance of the folklore program on the town square, there were prizes being awarded to the participants in the competitions. Individual producers and wineries, both local and international. The prizes were in the category of individual producers of brandy, in the category of individual producers of white wine, in the category of individual producers of red wine, and in the category of domestic and international wineries of white wine. Also in the category of domestic and international wineries which were awarded for their red wine. In the days during the stay in Negotino, For the pleasure of the international and some local participants, there were a lot of rich tourist packages offered as part of the planned project activity, Macedonian wine in the European wine routes. For this purpose, we visited the winery Elenovi in Demirkapia and the fish pond Došnica, the family winery Pamela, and the archaeological site Stobi. We also visited the largest winery Povardarje from Negotino, and then we entered the home ambience in village Krivolak, where a production of storage of wine and spirits at home was presented, and there was also some home-cooked food being tested. The one-day visit to the ethno city Kruševo captivated the visitors with its beauties. In the capital city of Skopje, they visited the famous landmarks, and a great enthusiasm was shown towards them. And this route was crowned with a visit to the Stobi winery, and seamlessly organized tasting of wines was done in the winery. Those were some really wonderful days that left a mark on our city. The city was really alive at the time being. Celebrating the city was the cradle in which telling the story of the development of wine tourism happened, a practice that should continue through many other projects in the future and the welfare of the community above all. Fourth project event, host town municipality of Minervino di Lecce, Republic of Italy, from May the 5th to the 14th, 2012. The idea of being together in Minervino di Lecce, in Italy, at a massive presence of 60 international and 40 local participants, and to share European experiences, to establish links on various levels, to ensure a long-term cooperation crowned with the twinning between the municipalities of Negotino and Minervino di Lecce. The main challenge was devised by the agenda of this project event. Here in Minervino di Lecce in Italy, the main topics were Forum, European Wine Routes, celebration of Europe's Day by signing a twinning agreement between the municipalities of Negotino and Minervino di Lecce, as well as organizing a mini-fair of domestic wine producers. These themes were developed through various activities on daily basis by visiting many local companies that are important for wine and food industry and who were able to establish solid business relationships between participants from all partner municipalities. The guests visited all sorts of natural beauties, the Adriatic Sea, the cave Zinzulusa, different opportunities for tourism development in the classical and alternative forms through bed and breakfast offers, accommodation in many restaurants offering a rich Italian cuisine widely known in the world. Trends in production and raising the vineyards in modern conditions were presented during a visit to the farm Tenore, and then we immediately visited the resort in the town of Otranto. The hotel management school with modern conditions and cabinets for practice and acquired skills in the field of tourism, hotel management, culinary and serving. In the place Trisace, there was a meeting held with the local action group GAL, which in the past period on the region they contributed with many projects towards the development of rural and alternative tourism, especially in the strengthening the awareness and educating the local population trends and needs according to available European funds from the LEADER program. Associations of Minervino di Lecce took care of the most authentic way in the town square with a rich program with many diverse foods to present their typical traditional dishes, and the sound of familiar music, Pizzika, did not leave all guests and visitors indifferent to it. In honor of the wine in Minervino, there was a tasting competition of domestic wine producers organized. Of course, the greatest interest and goal that was set and held right there in Minervino di Lecce was the act of signing a twinning agreement between the municipalities of Negotino and Minervino di Lecce. The two mayors, Ettore Caropo Salvatore and the mayor Pane Trajkov, solemnly pledged in the spirit of the European Charter for twinning with belief for long-lasting cooperation. With worthy and ceremonial act, the foundations were laid of what was to these two communities, and that beyond they will strive to build more and more. One of the highlights of the forum, the European Wine Routes, was held in the presence of local and international participants who presented their experiences and already established possibilities to organize the implementation of international wine routes, especially conceptually developed through representatives from Bulgaria. key events gave local mini fair of domestic wine and food that were presented at the stands of all countries participating in part of the city. This event was enriched by a music program. During the final event in Kukumola, on a small square, there were awards being presented and also certificates and trophies were handed out from the competition of individual manufacturers for white and red wines. On this section there were prizes that were awarded for the categories of best white wines and best red wines. During the stay, the city of Lecce was visited, where the press conference and meeting with the president of Bureau for Regional Development of Salento was organized in the Tourist Information Center in Lecce. The guests also visited many historic landmarks and monuments that are a part of the past of this wonderful city. We extend our appreciation of the project team, participants and citizens of the partner municipalities, as well as to EU and the EACEA agency, which enabled us to realize the magnitude of this wonderful project. With this project, we are now enriched with the European values, stronger with new knowledge, with open views, and gained new friendships and relationships that will be the basis and challenge for new opportunities.